Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Jack and today is another LEGO Weekly News Update. The first thing I want to talk about is the Technic Summer images have been revealed and they look pretty awesome. This first one is the Volvo EW160E. It is of course functional and can drive around, but I think the main draw for this set is definitely going to be the posable arm. 1,166 pieces makes it a pretty sizable set, but this vehicle here is actually quite a bit bigger, coming in at just under 2,000 pieces. I'm not really sure how you say the name of this vehicle, but I'm just going to guess and say it's the Class Xeron 5000 Track VC. And oddly enough, it's a kind of similar vehicle to the last one, but this definitely looks more like a tractor, especially with those larger wheels and that very distinct shape of the cab. That crane arm meant for carrying logs is definitely posable, but I don't believe it's battery powered. But alright, moving on, these are the official images for the bucket wheel excavator, probably the most highly anticipated Technic set this year, and certainly one to go down in history considering it is the largest Technic set ever made. It comes in at 3,925 pieces and retails for $280. The next largest set ever made was the Mercedes-Benz big truck set that came out last year, but that came in at 2,793 pieces, which means the bucket excavator is the biggest Technic set by a long shot. Like most big Technic sets, this is a 2-in-1, and here's the alternate build on the back of the box. Though I gotta say the initial build for this bucket excavator is really awesome, and I don't know how much I'm actually gonna want to take apart such a massive set to see the alternate build. Anyways, here's an actual picture of a bucket wheel excavator. And I think the first time I saw this picture, I actually thought it was photoshopped. This is one massive machine and it's awesome to see that it's taking shape in LEGO. Now I did say that that is the most highly anticipated Technic set of the year, but that's only if you're not into the Porsche 911. This is actually the third largest Technic set ever made. It was just released June 1st, and it actually sold out so quickly that I missed this round, so I guess I'm gonna have to pick it up on Wednesday. But anyways, I did manage to get my hands on some things that were released June 1st, namely this What Am I minifigure guessing game. There are 8 different kinds of minifigs, and a repeat for each one, so that makes 16 in total. There's also a couple of other builds to guess from. One is a penguin, I see a train, an ice cream stand, and something else. I can't tell what that is from the picture. The review for this will come pretty soon, but it's gonna have to get played with quite a bit in order to get a good idea on how well the game actually works. Also, this minifigure cake and or jello mold is now out. I think this was released a few years earlier in red, but now it is now blue. And yes, this can go in the oven. It is made of silicone, and despite its rubbery texture, I am assured that this thing can actually be heated up to a particular temperature without it being dangerous. Also, that keychain rack is now available, and with a purchase of $50 or more going on right now, you can get this creator fountain set. This is actually a pretty nice little promotional set. There's a few benches, we have a minifigure, a dog, and a very nice build for a fountain. The last image revealed for any of the upcoming sets this summer are for the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 and 2 set. This image was revealed by Just Too Good, and you can see the artwork style here is pretty similar to the traditional Ghostbusters, and I for one am looking forward to this set, mostly because I want to see the differences between this Ecto 1 and the Ecto 1 from Ideas. Speaking of LEGO Ideas, if you don't know what LEGO Ideas is, it's a website in which you submit your own LEGO creations in hopes of having it become an official LEGO set. No new sets got 10,000 votes this week, which means no new sets are officially in the review stage, which means we are going to shamelessly promote our LEGO Ideas set. I've promoted this set a bunch of times already, so let me describe it as fast as I possibly can. My brother built a mini LEGO AT-AT that scales pretty darn well with a LEGO built mini AT-ST and mini LEGO Snowspeeder. We made a build video on this, and you can check that out in the video description below. And of course, we will leave links for it on LEGO Ideas. Alright, and I'll slow down a little bit more for this LEGO Ideas set. I saw this one on the staff picks page, and it just looks pretty awesome. This is simply called Space Squid by ARN35, and the concept should seem pretty apparent. This is a space sea creature that resembles both a squid and a shrimp. On the back of this creature we have a specially designed pod, and something tells me that the astronaut inside the pod can end up controlling the space squid. It's a simple build, very creative, and if you like this one, you might also like ARN's other build, the Asteroid Crab. Alright, and the LEGO Ideas segment always is a great segue to the custom creations and final segment of the episode, and this is where I basically get to talk about any of the cool stuff I happen to see throughout the week. This first build here is the latest Steampunk edition by Moko, and this is the Steampunk train. Moko really likes using these Lord of the Rings rings in the Steampunk builds. Here you can see them both on the technical outside of the main part of the engine here, and they're also used a little bit more decoratively for the outside of the windows. The brass and chrome style of course goes into the conductor's spot, which shows a lot of different gold pieces and gauges. The passenger car does open up and we've got a few minifig passengers inside, and I think I'll follow just about every Steampunk release from Moko. And here is the entire collection of Steampunk stuff so far. This next build here is an awesome spaceship called the KH-1 Vulture by Bob the Quatre. This is a tri-winged ship that seems to be chocked full of blasters. The detailing looks great. I like the somewhat subtle use of the different shades of red put on the wings in the cockpit, and it looks great kind of mixed in with some more gritty mechanical detailing on the sides. I think the best part for me though is the ability for it to fold to the side. The cockpit rotates about 90 degrees, and one of those top wings folds to be parallel to the other. Not only is it a really awesome looking asymmetrical design, but I really like that it specifically serves the landing function. This build here is called Top Slice Bakery by Andrew Tate, and this is one of the more creative, trendy eateries I've seen. You might recognize the kitchen appliance that makes up the bakery, as well as some of those other items by the outdoor tables. And this designer in particular is very good at creating snot mocks. Snot standing for studs not on top. If you don't believe me, check out his Flickr feed in the description below. This is simply called Bonsai by Full Plate, and from a distance this build could very well fool you into thinking this is an actual bonsai tree. Usually LEGO builds that look real or nearly real take the shape of a blender or a tape recorder, so it's nice to see an organic build like this one looking so incredibly true to life. Without question, the best aspect of this build for me, and what really makes it look kind of realistic, is the building technique used to make the bark. Upon closer inspection you can see just about the entire body of the tree has an outside of what looks like to be just droid arms and axes. The arms and bar part of the axes sort of knit together, which make the cylinder of the tree trunk and the branches, and the heads of the axes sort of stick out a bit randomly, just making it look a bit more organic. It's an incredible build and absolutely perfect for display. Here's a quick little build that I like a lot. This is a gorilla by Jens Ohrndorf. It's a fun cartoony build here with a very large oversized gorilla head on the body, and it's just a great little fun animal build. And here is the very last build. We have the mini modular sized Planet Express by Eric. This builder has several nice little modular pieces, but I thought the shape of this Planet Express building was captured particularly well here, and it really does look good mixed in with the rest of the modular buildings. Alright, that is it for this episode. Remember to tune in same time next week for another LEGO Weekly News update, and if you enjoy our content, feel free to subscribe or give us a thumbs up. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you next time at BrickVault.